Marina Mabry. Remember she was making fun when Dejanay poked Caitlin Clark and I. Remember she was doing this.
Marina Money Mabry requesting a trade from the Connecticut Sun. That's right.
Ever heard of karma served cold? Marina Mabry is feeling the burn after laughing off DJ Carrington's cheeky eye poke on Caitlin Clark last season. Now, as Connecticut Sun becomes her lonely stage, karma hits back hard. With Caitlin Clark dazzling and Indiana Fever snapping up promising signings, Marina's desperate pleas for a team switch have become she who laugh best. Get ready for a wild ride of irony and a dash of sweet retribution.
What in the world? What in the world? They just left me holding the bag. They got me. They left me. They left me, and I am just holding the bag. I'm sitting here. I wanted to trade from the Chicago Sky to the Connecticut Sun because I said I wanted to be on a championship style team, right? That's what I wanted, right? But now, we see what has happened.
Marina Mabra, a player whose actions last season have now come back to haunt her in the most delightfully ironic way possible. Last season, in a moment that many of us will never forget, Marina was caught red-handed, laughing as DJ Carrington delivered an unexpected, almost mischievous poke to none other than Caitlin Clark's eye.
I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't even make sense to me. But no, I didn't. I didn't know I hit her, actually.
Yes, you heard that right. Marina's infectious chuckle echoed across the court at a moment that should have been met with shock and dismay. Fast forward to the present, and the tables have turned in a spectacular display of poetic justice. The Connecticut Sun, once her home, have seemingly abandoned her in favor of a team that values camaraderie and a clean reputation.
The sun has set in freaking Uncasville, Connecticut. The Connecticut Sun is no more. Ever since everybody and their mama, including the head coach, the former head coach being Stephanie White, ever since everybody and their mama jumped ship, I said it is over with. They have lost all their talent. And now, guys, it's breaking news. Marina Mabry has said, you know what? She looked to her right. Hold on. She looked to her right. She looked to her left. She said, I can't do it no more.
And so, in a twist that is as humorous as it is pitiful, Marina now finds herself begging for a new team. A move that is both desperate and, frankly, as cute as it is laughable. This is the beginning of a downfall. That feels like a perfectly scripted comedy of errors.
Marina Mabry? This is what Marina Mabry said when she went to Connecticut, by the way. Being a part of a team like this that is so disciplined with a championship mindset, I haven't been a part of that yet. Remember, she was traded to the Sun just back in July. But now, things done changed.
After her infamous laugh, whispers began circulating around the league like wildfire. Every gym, every locker room, and every training session became a stage for her misfortune. Teammates and rivals alike couldn't help but smirk at the irony of it all. AS Marina frantically reached out to potential new teams. Her calls went unanswered, and her social media posts received little more than pity comments. Meanwhile, the echoes of her laughter still resonate in the halls of the Connecticut Sun. It's almost as if the universe itself is orchestrating a cosmic prank on her, and as fate would have it, her desperation has only amplified the disdain held by those who once tolerated her antics.
And Marina Mabry was left holding the bag because, you know, she's on that team. She wanted to be there. And once she got there, a couple months later, the head coach is gone. Again, the head coach is gone. All five of your starters are gone. Not just your point guard, not just your shooting guard, not just your small forward, not just your power forward, not just your center. All five are gone. So that veteran presence that have won championships before, gone. That head coach that was on the verge of winning a championship as a head coach, gone. And Marina Mabry is looking like, I know this didn't just happen to me. I know this did not just happen to me. And yes, indeed, Marina Mabry, it did. Because sometimes the grass is not always greener.
Her future remains uncertain, tainted by laughter and regret. Meanwhile, the saga grows even more tangled. As we turn our attention to another player entangled in this drama, Chennedy Carter. Yes, the infamous duo of toxic behavior is now at the center of our story, with Carter joining Marina in the race to escape the shadows of their controversial past. Both have consistently shown a disdain for the shining beacon of excellence that is Caitlin Clark. It seems that whenever success and talent shine brightly, these players prefer to dwell in the dark corners of envy and bitterness.
Did y'all forget all of the events that transpired last year with her and Caitlin Clark? And then she refused to own up to what she did? What organization want to deal with that?
As rumors swirl and teams reconsider their associations, Marina's desperate pleas to leave the Connecticut Sun are echoing loudly. Her frantic search for a new team appears to be as futile as a phone call dropped in a thunderstorm. In contrast, Chennedy Carter's situation mirrors hers, a tale of two troubled players who can't seem to overcome their previous missteps. With every passing day, the gap between those embraced by success and those shunned by opportunity widens, leaving these two scrambling at the fringes of the league, desperate to reclaim relevance. In a sport that now seems to have no place for their brand of negativity, their future remains highly uncertain.
And I'm trying to think of teams that can afford her. Like, just salary cap wise, she is on a $200K contract. It's not a max, but it's a $200K contract. So I am just clicked on the NBA standings, not the WNBA standings. My bad. So if we look at the teams, the Valkyries could sign her, but that's a rebuilding team. The Liberty do not have the cap space. The Lynx might be a good option.
While Marina and her dubious cohorts are left clinging to phone lines that never ring, the Indiana Fever are busy assembling. A dream team reminiscent of the Avengers. New signings are rolling in, each one more impressive than the last, as if the Fever front office discovered a secret playbook of success. Cheryl Swoops once dismissed the notion that players would be drawn to Indiana, but here we are watching history being rewritten in real time.
Who will be free agents next year. There's a lot of other going on that players are like, this ain't where I want to be.
With Caitlin Clark lighting up the scoreboard and redefining what it means to dominate on the court, teams are flocking to be part of that transformative energy the allure of joining forces with a revolutionary talent has rendered. Marina's pleas futile, as if her past missteps have painted her into a corner with no escape. It's a vivid reminder that in professional sports, fortune favors the bold. And in this case, those who choose to rise above petty grievances and join a winning legacy. Did I, in the end, only genuine talent and character secure a lasting place in the annals of greatness? Absolutely undeniable. Meanwhile, the spotlight intensifies on a remarkable impact of Caitlin Clark, whose rise has redefined the very fabric of the WNBA. With each game, she turns skeptics into believers, shattering records and setting new standards for excellence on the hardwood.
So will Caitlin Clark be a good pro? Absolutely. Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now? Immediately? Absolutely not. Not gonna happen.
Okay. Not on the right team?
Not only is she a scoring machine, but her leadership and vision have also transformed the locker room dynamics, inspiring teammates to elevate their play. AS contracts get richer, and the atmosphere buzzes with newfound ambition. It becomes clear that her presence has shifted the league's power balance. Players and coaches now sing her praises, acknowledging that the success of Indiana Fever is partly due to her influence. Ironically, while Marina finds herself marooned in a sea of rejection, Caitlin's magnetic energy has attracted the best talents in the game. This contrast couldn't be starker. A tale of one player basking in glory while another wallows in the consequences of past actions. It serves as a vivid lesson that in sports, greatness attracts greatness, and those who try to undermine it often end up isolated and forgotten. This saga reminds us that humility and respect are priceless assets in a world that celebrates talent and rewards integrity without hesitation. Absolutely true indeed.
He out for Cheryl Swoops. If you see Cheryl Swoops, she did a lot of talking a few months ago about the Indiana Fever, the locker room environment, how people didn't want to play there, how people wanted to leave. Stephanie White came in and said, okay, hold up. Let me go to Indeed.com and Indeed get some free agents to come in here that want to play, that are accomplished, seasoned veterans. She did all that.
As the drama unfolds, one cannot help but marvel at the sheer transformation in the league's dynamics. The Indiana Fever's aggressive recruitment strategy has not only surprised fans, but also reshaped the competitive landscape. The signings, celebrated like blockbuster movie releases, are a testament to the team's unwavering ambition to dominate. With every new addition, the allure of playing alongside the illustrious Caitlin Clark becomes even more irresistible. Players who were once overlooked are now stepping into the limelight, and the whispers of doubt are replaced with cheers of excitement.
So to pick up a vet, a professional like Sydney Colson, and then you also have a vet like DeWanna Bonner, and you also have a vet like Kelsey Mitchell, and then you have Cece and Aaliyah Boston and Lexi and the MAGA Barbie, and isn't Katie Lou still on your team too? So, I mean, shout out to the Indiana Fever, but it's clear that this is a scheme that Todd set up to get Cece a ring.
In stark contrast, Marina Mabre's current plight serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of arrogance and misplaced humor. Once revered for her skill, she now finds herself the subject of relentless scrutiny and laughter. The transformation is complete, a narrative where the applause for rising stars drowns out the echo of past missteps, leaving behind a legacy defined by resilience, growth, and undeniable talent. This unfolding chapter in the WNBA serves as a reminder that talent and dedication ultimately triumph over petty rivalries and immature antics. The evolution of the game is relentless, and those who embrace change reap the rewards. IT is the dawn of a new era. Amidst the shifting allegiances and high-stakes transfers, the emotional roller coaster of the season intensifies. While the league celebrates growth, there are those who are paying dearly for their past transgressions.
Marina Mabry is hilarious. I'm sorry. This is her fourth team again. She used to be a Dallas Wing. She used to be a Los Angeles Spark. She used to be a Chicago Sky. And now she's a Connecticut Sun. And now she's like, you know what? Again, like she looked around at that Will Smith. Remember in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith came home and it was no furniture, it was no people around.
Marina Mabra, once a beacon of talent, now finds herself on the outside looking in, a stark reminder that actions have consequences. The very moment she laughed at a critical incident has now sealed her fate in the eyes of many. Every missed opportunity, every